guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Christina Artistry and Happy New Year. This is the first video of 2020. I'm super excited because I'm going to show you guys pretty much what I do on a daily basis, my everyday easy makeup look. This is pretty much what I do to run errands, if I'm going shopping, if I'm going to go run to see my sister or my best friend and I don't feel like wearing a ton of makeup. I get asked all the time, what are some easy 5-minute makeup routines? I wouldn't say this is 5 minutes, but an easy morning routine that somebody can do really fast on the go and still look like lively, beautiful, plump, wonderful. In this video though, I'm going to actually use a different concealer. With that said, I'm going to be using the Hydrating Camo concealers by e.l.f. I'm super excited about these because I was able to find them at Target this morning. Guys, this does not come out till January 16th and somehow my Target has them. I was super excited. I actually went to 3 Targets trying to find it and they had them at this Target. Super excited about them. I'm excited because I already have the e.l.f. Cosmetics, the 16-hour wear concealers, which I love those. The only thing that I don't love about them is that they are a little drying because it's a matte. They're a little drying because it's a matte concealer. And I am more normal to dry skin and I just really love dewy products and more satiny finishes. So when I heard about these guys, I was so excited. So yeah, so in this video, I'm also going to be giving you a first impressions and I'm also going to be doing a full wear test. So later on in the day, I'm going to give you guys a little update on what I thought about the concealer. So let's get started. So the first step in this makeup routine is that I apply my Ole Henriksen what is it called? The Ole Henriksen C-Rush Brightening Gel Cream. And I just apply a good amount all over my face. I like to put a good amount because this is pretty much the basis of my makeup routine. I don't really use too much foundation. I just pretty much rely on the moisturizer. So I go ahead and I apply a good amount all over it. And I just love this moisturizer. It just smells so good. And what I love most about this specific moisturizer, you could do this with any moisturizer, but I just love the glow that it gives you. It just leaves your face super radiant. My dog is like barking at the dogs outside. It leaves your skin super radiant and just yummy. So my next step is I do my eyebrows. Now I am fully aware that I have a lot of eyebrows, like they're pretty full, so I don't really need to do much, but this is the step that you would probably do, that you would do your normal eyebrow routine or maybe just fill in a little bit. But the only thing that I really do is I take this L'Occitane bar of soap and a little bit of Fix Plus and I just spray a little bit onto the soap. This is just dirty from the brow product. So I just go ahead and I spray a little bit of Fix Plus onto it to make it a little bit wet. And I take a spoolie and I just kind of massage this into the brush. And I try to make it a little bit of a thick consistency. And I literally just brush this product, the soap. I literally just brush the soap into my brows and I kind of feather them up and outwards. And this creates a nice, beautiful feathered brow. And what I love about the soap is that it keeps your brow hairs in place and it also creates like beautiful hair. It really defines your brow hairs. I don't know why, but it is literally the best way to get a fluffy, beautiful brow. So next I'm gonna go ahead and try out the concealers. So pretty much for this makeup look, I really rely on the concealers. I don't use any foundations. I grabbed 2 colors. I grabbed the color Light Sand and Medium Beige. And let's talk a little bit about these concealers real quick. So they are full coverage, hydrating, long-lasting concealers. So they also claim to be all day wearing, as well as that they won't settle within your fine lines or any creases. So we're gonna put these babies to the test today. So pretty much I rely on concealers for this look. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my 2 concealers. So I'm gonna go in with the darker one and I'm just gonna spot conceal. So I'm obviously going to spot conceal the huge pimple I have here because, you know, this is my hormonal area. I'm just gonna buff this out. Wow. And those were from just a few little dots. And I'm just buffing it out. The color is really true to my skin. So I do like that. I'm just kind of buffing out this way so it's blended nicely. So I'm actually going to apply a little bit more of medium beige above my lip because I like to neutralize. I have discoloration there, so I kind of just neutralize that area. You don't have to do this step, but I do it because I have discoloration there. And I'm trying to conceal. So again, I'm just kind of buffing this out a little bit just to make it even so that there's no lines, you know? You don't want lines, you don't want to look crazy. So far, so good. It's really nice. It is full coverage. And so far, I love the texture of it. I mean, I think it's dry. It's drying, and I don't feel like it's super matte. Like, it is super dewy, which I really love. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and just spot conceal under my eyes. I have a little bit of dark circle underneath, so I like to brighten my eyes a little bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and just go in with my lighter one, which was Light Sand, I believe, because I do like to give myself a little brightness, and I don't like to go crazy. Because one thing that I learned from the 16-hour wear is that a little bit goes a long way. I'm just going to really focus underneath my eyes and then buff this down and outwards. See? If I would have done the whole area, I mean, it would have been too much. So I just kind of bring it in. And then I like to take my big brush with no product and I just kind of blend. So I wanted to also give the option, so test it out with the sponge. So this side, on the left side, I'm gonna go ahead and buff this with a sponge, just for the first impressions purposes. So instantly, I love the concealer so far. It definitely concealed under my eyes. I actually maybe love the finish with the Beauty Blender better. So I'm just kind of going over. I actually ended up liking it more with the sponge than I do the brush, which normally I love the brush with the 16-hour concealer, but with this concealer, I actually like the Beauty Blender or the Real Techniques blender better. I don't actually put concealer on my eyes. I kind of like the tone of my eyes, so pretty much what I do is I take a little bit of my bronzer. Okay, I'm gonna organize these quickly. I'm gonna use my Mario brush, and I like to take my bronzer, I just tap the excess, and I literally just pass a little bit of bronzer over my eye. So this is pretty much all I do for the eye. I just kind of do this so that I can matte out the eye a little bit, because sometimes I have a little bit of oil on there and I already naturally have darker lids, so I just kind of accentuate them a little bit. But that's literally all I do. I just buff a little bit of product in there and that's it. The eyes are done. So next I'm taking a blush stick. These are from ColourPop, and I love cream blushes, especially for this look, because I don't really love to add powder to this. And so, because I want it to look super dewy, so I just go in with a little bit of this, and I just apply, I know it seems like a lot, but this blends out super nicely. I'm just going to apply these onto the apples of my cheeks, and then I just kind of buff this out with this brush from e.l.f. This is the buffing foundation brush, but I use it for blush. And I just love how this melts and gives me like color from within looks, and I just kind of add a little bit up there, down there, just to kind of give me some life into my look. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes, and I'm just going to curl these babies. I like to give them a few pumps. Then I go in with my extended play mascara, and I just apply some on the bottom of my lashes, and of course on top. And I do it very lightly. I have dark eyelashes, so I don't have to accentuate them too much. Really brings out your eyes and kind of ties the whole look together. I mean, it looks like I did so much, and I have done like 4 steps, which normally if you know me, I do too many steps on a normal basis. So one of my favorite go-to lip glosses is actually from Express the Store. Yes, Express the Store has lip glosses. I bought this a year ago during Christmas, and apparently they no longer have this color, but I always get complimented on this color. I love it because it's super natural and it just looks beautiful, but apparently we're no longer, I'm not gonna get you guys excited about that one. But a new favorite that I have been loving for my everyday look is the Rose Gold from the KKW collection. And I just apply a little bit to the lips, and this just gives a little shine and color. And look at the difference between the bottom and the top lip. I mean, it's so beautiful. So I just apply a little bit on top. I just love this gloss. It reminds me of those like juicy lip glosses from, you know, back in the day. I'm gonna put one right here because it just gives you a little bit of shine and not too much color, which I love, because I really just want it to be super natural with this look. I want it to look effortless. So let me give you guys a zoom so you guys could see the concealer up close. So far, even though I didn't put any powder, I have to agree that the concealer itself does not settle into pores or fine lines. I feel like my under eye looks super hydrated and not super matte. This covered up this area really well, so it is full coverage. And I mean, obviously you cannot cover texture, but you can definitely cover color, which I think it did really nicely. And yeah, that is the current first impression. So these concealers are full coverage, long lasting, and hydrating. What I loved most about it is that they are lightweight and also a satin finish. They do claim that they will not settle into your creases or any fine lines, and I have to say that it hasn't so far. I will give you guys an update later on tonight. This is great for all skin types, but ideally for dry skin types. So I probably wouldn't recommend this for somebody who's oily. I feel like obviously a hydrating concealer will just get really shiny and won't wear as long on someone who is oily, because it will probably separate with the oils on your skin. But obviously that's not tested. I am normal to dry, so this is tested on a normal to dry person. This concealer dries true to color. One thing that I will say about the e.l.f. 16-hour concealer is that that one oxidizes where this one does not. This is pretty true to what you see in the bottle. So this one is light sand. This is what I put underneath my eyes, and it was pretty true to color. It didn't oxidize like I thought it would because of the other ones. You have more time to play with this one. With the 16-hour wear, it's very fast drying. So literally you have to put it on and you have to kind of buff that out really quickly or it's gonna get stuck. But these guys buff out really nicely and you have time to play. So if you wanna put all the concealers on there and then buff it out, you do have the time to do that. So I will show you guys in a couple hours what this looked like. All right guys, so it is officially about 9 o'clock at night. I recorded a second video, which is why I have a different outfit on right now. But the makeup held on. The concealer held. Yeah, it's about 8-hour wear right now. Still no sign of movement from what I can see here. I still have a bunch of coverage on. The coverage is still really nice underneath my eyes. I'm having a little bit of separation here, but that's understandable. If I were to tap it, I'm sure it would go away. But other than that, it did stay on all day, and it covered my under dark circles really well, and I honestly didn't even put that much. I'm sure if I would have layered more, it probably wouldn't budge at all. This is actually really impressive because I didn't set it either. As far as touch-ups go, I really didn't touch this up at all. It is long wearing, super hydrating. My eyes do not feel super dry like my e.l.f. concealer does. Not that it gets super dry, but it just feels drier. So I do like that. It is long wearing. It is really lightweight. So this is a yes for me. I really do like this. If you guys maybe follow me on Instagram, I can give you an update in a few days on whether I still love it or not. But as of right now, I think this is a win. This is definitely a win for me. So yeah, until next time.